The Ministry of Education has begun consultations with key stakeholders to explore ways of reforming Dominica's education system. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit says the discussions will help identify national priorities before any formal reform plan is drafted. The consultations are designed to gather ideas from the public and stakeholders. The Prime Minister says no specifics have yet been announced because the first step is to conduct a thorough needs assessment.
The purpose of this symposium is to engage you, to hear from you. And this is why the government and for the Ministry of Education has not articulated any specifics as to how we're going about this reform, because this is all part of the needs assessment, my dear Professor.
Mr. Skerrit stressed the importance of keeping the process open. He says starting with a fixed plan would limit valuable input.
If the ministry had come to pronounce a particular prescription, I think what we're saying is that there must be some changes. The world has evolved.
The Prime Minister recalled his time as an education minister in 2002 when a curriculum reform effort lost focus and simply added more subjects. Drawing on his experience as a teacher, he emphasized the value of oral skills.
You have to speak, you have to do research, you have to listen to news, you have to give impromptu speeches or prepared speeches. You must ask questions, you must answer questions, you must engage, because I always told my students that 99% of your engagement in the public domain is through oral means, not written.
He says reform must produce students who can compete globally, think critically, show empathy and respect both family and the environment.
How does a child understand the need for him to care for his parents when they cannot care for themselves and not look to the state? And how do we teach people to be part of an environment and the protection of the environment?
The Prime Minister also called for reform that supports mental and emotional health and goes beyond exam results.
Should our education system continue to be mainly knowledge-based as it is today, when you can access knowledge and information any way you want, in any form, by just some typing a few words, and you can get anything out there? Shouldn't there be a shift? Should our education system only be driven mainly by written exams and not also form part of oral exams as well, where children may not write something, but they can speak about it?
While acknowledging change will take time, he says it must start now to ensure students are prepared for a competitive future.
It's about ensuring that we produce students who can be tested and who can survive this very challenging world, and the opportunities.
The Prime Minister noted that education reform is a regional and global issue. He criticized the practice of adding more subjects without adjusting school hours and warned against sidelining core subjects. He also raised concerns over the CXC model's impact on physical education, saying fitness is essential for mental wellness. Finally, he stressed inclusivity in education.
And our focus as a society should never be about who has made it. It must always be about who hasn't made it or who didn't make it. And that's where our focus should be. And because we have to ensure that no child is left behind, and that must not be a mantra, it must be something that is real.
The consultations will continue over the coming months, with the government expected to outline specific proposals after reviewing public feedback. Julian Morris for the Government Information Service.